beautiful people. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchiimoh, and on this channel I talk about cake business and I share tips that will take your cake business from 0 to 100. I'm an international award-winning cake artist that is based in Manchester, the United Kingdom, and you're welcome to my channel. Just in case you stopped by for the first time to watch my video, you're most welcome. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you all this while, and it's my pleasure to have you here. And if you've always been a part of the family, thank you so much. I must say thank you, because the views are picking up. It's looking better. So thank you so much for your support, for liking my videos, for sharing, for commenting. I really do appreciate you all from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Here, I appreciate all of you so much, and even TikTok. Thank you for always being here with me. In today's video, I'm going to be doing another series or another video in the Versus series. Now, I think it's okay for me to have a playlist for this series because I've done fabricated oven versus, I think, electric oven or deck oven, and I've done oil-based recipes versus butter-based recipes. Now, in today's video, I'm doing something interesting, and it is American buttercream versus Swiss Meringue Buttercream. It is AMBC versus SMBC, and I'm sure you must be pretty delighted to see this video. Now, why am I doing this? I know that I've not made a comparison, but it's always been in my mind to create this content. And a couple of days ago, I had someone ask me, what is SMBC? And I've had someone before now also ask me, what is SMBC, ma? So I want to share with you and compare this to buttercream or frosting mediums that we use for cakes as bakers. Now, if there's something you're interested in, you know how we do it. Get something to eat, get something to drink, relax, and I'll be right back. And you're welcome back. So let's go right in. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is the ingredients. Now, when it comes to American buttercream, the basic, simple, classic American buttercream, you just have your butter or your margarine, you have your icing sugar, and then you have your flavor. Those are the basic ingredients, and with these three ingredients, believe me that you can get a buttercream recipe, an American buttercream recipe. I will be back to this, but let me look at the SMBC, the Swiss Meringue Buttercream. When it comes to Swiss Meringue Buttercream, you also have your butter, and then you have your egg whites, and then you have your granulated sugar. Now, these are the basic ingredients. Now, to these two, there are other ingredients that you can add. I will call them secondary ingredients or variations or things that you can use to achieve a certain effect. So for your American buttercream, you can then go ahead to add some water to it, or some milk to thin it down, or some heavy cream to thin it down. Yes, these are some things that you can add to it. And also for your Swiss Meringue buttercream, you can add icing sugar if you desire. So these are some things, other ingredients that you can add to your AMBC and your SMBC. But for now, these are just the basic ingredients. Now you might be wondering, ma, is it possible to use margarine for SMBC? I think it's possible, and I can say it's possible, although I do not do that. The first SMBC class I ever attended, my teacher taught me that. So you can use margarine, but definitely you will not get that premium super effect that you need for your SMBC as compared to when you use butter for your SMBC. Now, the second point is the preparation. When it comes to AMBC, it is easy. It is straightforward. That's your American buttercream. I would say it's easy for the basic, simple, classic buttercream recipe, AMBC, that we all know. It is basic, it is straightforward. But when you come to the SMBC, it is not easy. It is not straightforward. It is not easy because you need to go through certain steps and you need to fulfill some certain things for that SMBC to work and to come out as SMBC. And to work and come out as SMBC, else you're going to run into issues. So I would say for AMBC, it's a lot easier to prepare. Like a beginner can prepare AMBC from the get-go compared to SMBC. So like I said, they are both different. The SMBC, your ingredients need to conform to a certain rule, some certain things, else it will fail, and it will fail badly. Yes, I have made a short on SMBC on achieving the good egg whites for your SMBC. So if you've not watched that video, that short, please check it out on Instagram, on TikTok, or here on YouTube Shorts. I think I must have uploaded this on YouTube Shorts. If not, check the other platforms. I'm sure you will definitely see them, and you know the tips that you need for a good SMBC base to start off with. Now, the third thing I would be talking about is the time that it takes, or the time that is involved. AMBC doesn't really take that much time. I've seen an AMBC that takes long anyway. Really basic, not the basic buttercream SMBC. It's the one that you add milk to. I was on an Instagram live one day, and the baker was preparing a buttercream recipe, and it took a while. different from what I know. So that was not the basic AMBC recipe, so it took some time to make. But if you're talking about the basic classic AMBC that we all know, the 250 to 500 gram recipe that we all know, it doesn't take that much time. But when it comes to the SMBC, it takes time. It takes time, and you need to be meticulous, you need to be patient. Yes, you need to be patient because it takes time, and it's not as quick, it is not as fast, it is not as quick, it is not as fast, and it's not as sharp to achieve as the AMBC. So this is another thing that I want you to know. When it comes to the time and the duration for making it, the time it takes to make them, they are both different. One, you can easily make it. The other one needs some patience, and it takes some time to achieve or make. Now the fourth point is this. For the preparation, the AMBC starts off with a basic beating of your butter, and then loosening it up with that beating, and then adding your icing sugar in bits. That's how you start off with your AMBC, or that's how you start off with your AMBC. When you're preparing it, you put your butter in the mixer and you beat it till it's loose. I don't know if people do it, but you beat it till it's loose before you start adding your icing sugar. That is the way to go. Now when it comes to your SMBC, the way you start is by mixing your sugar and your egg whites over a double boiler, or using the bain-marie method. Okay, so you put it over a steaming pot of water, or a regular or room temperature water, not steaming, please, because along the line to steam, if it steams too much, if the water is too hot, your eggs will get cooked, and you do not want that to happen. So you put it over a double boiler, mix your egg whites and your I've lost my train of thought. So you mix your egg whites and your sugar, and then that's how you start off with the AMBC. So the way to prepare and the way to start off this, both the two frosted mediums are both different. So you need to bear this in mind, and you need to take note of it. So the way you prepare both of them, they are totally different. Okay. Now the fifth thing I want to talk about is this. I believe it's the fifth. I think I've lost my counting. But the fifth thing is this. It is the texture. When it comes to the AMBC, I would love to say, or I would like to say, that it is stiff when compared, or it is dense as compared, or when compared to the SMBC. So stiff in the sense that it is not as the AMBC, or it's not as the SMBC. Why? Because the SMBC is soft, it is silky, it's nice to the touch, it is light. When I started using SMBC, one of my fears was that if I cover a cake with this frosting, as light as it is, it will most definitely slide off the cake. It will fall off the cake. How can I handle something that is this airy and light and silky? It's too soft. So that is it for the SMBC. The AMBC is not as silky, although when it comes to modified buttercream, when it comes to the variations, we know that there are different variations, trends. People are coming up with different things, and they're being creative. So there are different types of buttercream now. There are different types of American buttercream now, but I would not say it is still as silky as the SMBC. Okay, it is not as silky as SMBC. Some people that say, oh, it's American buttercream and it's modified, there is still some elements of some SMBC-ish quality that they incorporate into that AMBC to get that silky result. So on a normal, the AMBC is not as silky as the SMBC. It's not as soft, it is not as light, it is not as airy. The SMBC is light, airy, silky, soft, and that is it when it comes to the texture of both cakes. Now number 6 is this, a bonus point, okay, because I wanted to keep this at 5, but let me just share. When it comes to the skill level, or the level of difficulty, or the level of ease of use, I don't know how best to put it, but I guess you understand what I'm saying. So when it comes to the level of difficulty or how to use it, the AMBC is quite beginner friendly. I must say it's beginner friendly, but the SMBC, I would not say it's user friendly, so to say, because it needs you to have some skill level. It is not for beginners to use. It is not for beginners to use. If you're a beginner, you're just starting out baking, or you're just starting out your decorating journey, then AMBC is good for you to work with. In my own opinion, I can advise, or I would advise that it's good you start up with using American buttercream, because the AMBC is not beginner. It's not for beginners. I wouldn't say it's not beginner friendly, but it's not for beginners. You must have acquired some buttercream AMBC skill sets, or some buttercream skill sets like frosting, like piping, and some other things, like some other techniques. So when it comes to both of them, the AMBC is more beginner friendly than the SMBC. The SMBC, you need to have some like intermediate advanced skill level for you to be able to use it. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop here. If you need a part 2, because I have more to share, I have more where this came from, so where this came from. So if you want me to have or share a part 2 so you understand, let me know. But the thing is this, I don't have an SMBC recipe on my channel, but I have an amazing SMBC recipe, and it is not cheap. So if you want to get a recipe, you know you're willing to invest in yourself and to get this recipe, please send me an email to abakesig@gmail.com and I will attend to you, okay? So an SMBC that is stable, that you can work with, that is just good and perfect. I tell you it's perfect. I've had reviews from my students that bought this recipe. So like I said, it's not cheap, but you're gonna get definitely gonna get the results. Okay, so if you're interested in getting an SMBC recipe that works fine, that works for you, and that is stable enough, that will not slide off your cake, please just send me an email to abakesig@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've watched up till now, you are the real MVP, and thank you so much for always being here. Do not forget to hit the like button right away. Go right ahead, hit the like button right away, and drop me a kind comment as well. You people don't comment anymore. Please drop me some cupcakes if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to share this video with those in your caking community. Until I see you in my next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.